Surface and job preparation. With any paint job, you should always ensure that you have prepared your surface to get the best finish. You must ensure all surfaces are free from dust, dirt, rust and grease. Lightly pressure wash decks and exterior surfaces and ensure the area is dry before painting. With pre-coated or pre-painted surfaces, lightly rub down with sandpaper to ensure a good key for the paint and wipe clean with a damp cloth to ensure the surface is free from dust. Remove any flakes of paint or rust from surfaces. Even though your spray station has very little overspray, it is recommended you mask off edges and other areas using a dust sheet to ensure you protect those areas you wish to remain untouched. Viscosity and thinning. Viscosity is the thickness of paint. As most paints are designed to be applied by brush, they sometimes need thinning before being sprayed. The correct thickness is important to ensure the paint sprays evenly. Diluting the paint also means that you will be using less paint than if you applied paint using a brush or roller, which will save you money and is better for the environment. You should use water to thin water-based paints and white spirit to thin solvent-based paints. Viscosity is measured in seconds. To test the viscosity of a paint, time how long it takes for the paint to empty the viscosity cup. Stop when the continuous flow ends from the bottom of the cup. If the time it takes to empty the cup exceeds the rating of your spray station, then you will need to thin. Pour the paint into the container, leaving space to add some thinner or water. To thin, add the respective water or thinner and stir thoroughly. It is recommended that you add about 10% of the appropriate thinner to the volume of paint you are using. Keep repeating this step until the paint sprays evenly out of the spray gun. SprayStation DIY has a viscosity rating of 60 seconds. This means that it should take 60 seconds for the diluted paint to flow through the viscosity cup. SprayStation Premier has a viscosity rating of 160 seconds. This means that it should take 160 seconds for the diluted paint to flow through the viscosity cup. SprayStation Ultimate has a viscosity rating of 180 seconds. This means that it should take 180 seconds for the diluted paint to flow through the viscosity cup. Having used your spray stations, you will become familiar with the viscosity of the paint. Technique and top tips. It is recommended you spend some time practicing on cardboard to familiarise yourself with how the spray gun works and the paint flow rate being sprayed. When spraying, always keep your arm at the same distance from the surface as possible and avoid moving your wrist, as this will help give you an even paint distribution. You should spray a maximum of 25 to 30 centimeters or 10 to 12 inches from a surface. This will give you a maximum spray width. The most commonly used technique for painting a large surface is the crisscross technique, i.e., you spray the paint in a horizontal strip and then cross over these strips by spraying the paint in vertical strips. If you are spraying a ceiling, angle the pickup tube to the rear of the container. If you are spraying a floor surface, angle the pickup tube to the front of the container. This will ensure you spray as much material from the container before refilling. Do not spray outside when humidity is above 60% or the temperature is above 32 degrees or below 7 degrees. Troubleshooting. Paint splatters. The viscosity is too thick. Action. Dilute accordingly. Review the viscosity by referencing the thinning section in your instruction manual. Light coverage of paint. Action. Increase paint flow rate or move your spray gun at a slower rate across the surface. Sags or runs. Action. Move spray gun faster or reduce paint flow dial and spray a lighter coat. Orange peel. Action. Reduce viscosity by diluting the paint further. Spray area may be too cold. Spray gun may be too far from object. Too much overspray or fogging in the room. Paint flow too high and spraying too close to the surface. Action. Reduce paint flow and move further from the surface.